Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Jimmy Jackson, man. I'm back live with Mind Mighty Motivation Podcast, and today I just want to touch base on something that a lot of people have been talking about. What it is it's this little battle about Shador and how he got drafted. People have been comparing him to Archie Manning, the Sanders, and the Manning family and whatnot. So um, I'm gonna be, if you look in the descriptions, I'm gonna be touching base on this about, you know, swagger versus stoicism. Um, you know, the difference between the two families and what the two topics teach us about. What the two topics basically teach us about a person or a family's image, um, their influence, their success. What those things will all have. So, you know, welcome back to My One Motivation. And let's see how these two legendary families and dynasties have got into where they got. And let's see if what your point of view is on things or my point of view on things are. And to start it off, let's start with the Sanders family, the one that everyone knows way more about today. Um, the Sanders family is known to be loud, to be flashy, to be very, very confident. Um, Dion, he calls himself prime time. He's a person who evolved into a coach. He started as just a player. In college, his son is a spitting image of him. He wore jewelry. He was flashy. It blew off the draft. He didn't care. So if you see where Shador gets his image, there you go. He had luxury cars, flashy watches. He just had the same image that his son has. So look at that from a psychological perspective. They represent individualism. To them, that's black excellence with spiciness, with an edge. Um, it's a rejection of traditional authority. It's like, can't tell me what to do. Who are you? Who are you to tell me what to do? I'm Deion Sanders. I'm Shador Sanders. I'm Shiloh Sanders, or whatever the other brother's name is. That's going to push people away from a sociological perspective. That's going to push people away. Then you got the Manning family. They're traditional, clean cut, family oriented, more professional is the word we should really look at. They show quiet leadership. Archie Manning is way more quieter than Shador. He was way more quieter in college. Quiet, not quieter. I don't think that's a word. Um, he's way more coachable, even though Shador's coach was his dad. You really can't do too much of a comparison, but he just gives off a coachable vibe. Even in the NFL, Dion wasn't as coachable as Eli and Peyton and Arch all were. From a sociological perspective, the Manning reflect old school values. They have a respectable political. They have a respectable image that would make people want them on their team. They're appealing to an NFL executive, to the media, to fans. They're not like, man, I don't even want to listen to these guys. They're appealing to people. So I guess the takeaway from that opening section from your mind is once swagger is used as a weapon, the other uses stoic consistency as a shield, like like that self-discipline. So I'm going to show a quick video and listen to what Colin had to say, that he's not surprised Shador fell off.
Yeah. You get so much misinformation fed to you, ask Mel Kiper, a month before the NFL draft. So a lot of stories, we start with this, as Shador Sanders was sliding, suddenly stories started to pop out from Jacina Anderson, Todd McShay, Jonathan Jones, NFL insider for CBS, stuff that wasn't out there. as much pre-draft. I mean, we knew that legendary draft room. We could see that was a bit cringe. But when people were starting to explain, well, what happened? Well, stories started coming out that he sandbagged certain interviews or was brash. Bruce Feldman wrote an article that I read. He not only didn't compete at the Senior Bowl or NFL Scouting Combine, a former NFL quarterback coach Feldman spoke with Sunday Morning said, not surprising. The intel I was getting on Sanders was shocking. He had no self-awareness. So why did he drop? Am I surprised? Shocked, actually. I would have taken him if I was the Steelers. But between his dad, Dion, who has many friends in the media, saying during the Super Bowl on multiple interviews, we will dictate terms. We will not play for certain teams. And then between Sanders, Shedeur, sandbagging interviews, that probably explains it. So I'll tell you.
You just heard him. That probably explains it. There you go. So let's touch base really quick on like a neuroscience and a stoic perspective. So their confidence it delivers dopamine in your brain. It sparks reward behavior. It sparks an instant gratification, and that's what happens in a lot of people mentally. You can get that same reward in a different perspective from being happy, from achieving goals, from having a long-term thinking instead of short-term thinking. And it's that the Manning family is more of long-term thinking. They're not short-term thinking. It's in your prefrontal cortex. It's dopamine. And that's just basically what it is. You have arrogance, which is often an emotional reaction, and you have stoicism, which is a logical reaction. So that's just my perspective, not my perspective, but that's just how our brains work. So I'm going to show you just seen Shedeur and how he acts. Look at how Dion, here's a little rap video that he made or a rap song. Let's play it really quick.
Yeah. They told me bust out my AP, perfect timing. Got them baguettes up on my neck, I stay shining. It's never hot around my jewelry, chase a climbing. I went and got that new Maybach, I stayed grinding. They told me bust out my AP, perfect timing. Got them baguettes up on my neck, I stay shining. It's never hot around my jewelry, chase a climbing. I went and got that new Maybach, I stayed grinding. These came with me, yeah they lying. I ain't even hit my peak, I ain't trying. 100K for
To me, that's not something that, if you are getting ready for the NFL, you shouldn't be acting so immature. But where did he get it from? Let's check it out.
In Winnetka, Illinois, a very happy Deion Sanders. The most important thing has already been decided, what number he's going to wear. What number is that, Deion?
21. We had to get a 2 in there somewhere, so I think we chose unanimous decision. We're going 21.
You just said this is your mom sitting next to you. You said she's my very rich mom. I don't think there's any doubt about that.
No more sales. No more nothing now. We get a big house. We always been on. We get everything we want now.
Looks like you're wearing your signing bonus here. I mean, plus we have we can see the nice primetime logo already, or what?
Yeah, we got sweatsuits started, jackets started, everything. We got it going on here. Everybody got on jewelry. Even the baby got a little something. We ready now.
Even the baby has jewelry. Your feelings about going to Atlanta? No doubt it was your first preference.
Definitely. Atlanta or Tampa Bay. And Atlanta chose me, and I'm very pleased with that decision. I can't wait to get to town. We could myself to be great in a game of pool because I'm just the kind of competitor I am. I hate to be in second.
And throughout his college years, second was not very often in his vocabulary. He and the Seminoles were tops in the College World Series.
I've seen one on television, but I never have been to a game. And I'm looking forward to my first game, walking out on that field.
Okay, so I'm sorry. So that gives you an example of Dion. Now let's look at the Archie family really quick. 1 second. Let's check them out.
Memories. I never really played against in my Rich in college or the NFL where I was. It's a day when present and past become one. Cooper never dropped anything, but throwing to a guy that couldn't catch and the ball would go in the bushes.
I think I see it, but I can't get it.
No matter where you are on life's journey, you can dream like a kid again.
There's one pass Archie has mastered that his son hasn't.
I never could do it. A little better. Not bad. It's about the people you love and what ties you together. Where's that clothesline again, Cook? Where's Colin?
You can't grab by the neck.
Can't grab by the neck.
I didn't.
For us, and a lot of families, that's football. And that, as much as anything, is why the NFL's been around for a century.
Now, I like how he said it's about the people that you love and it's about family. It's just the professionalism that you give off. Now, let's think about what owners and coaches think. They think like CEOs. When you're drafting a player or hiring coaches, your image matters. Dion's lifestyle and his energy are also risky to conservative decision makers. The Mannings give more of a safe, brand-friendly look. It's perfect for a billionaire franchise, not the master, not the. Sorry, hold on 1 second. Not for the master, not for the plantation owner. It's just it's a better image. If you're a coach, you're like, do I really want to take on this drama? Do I want to take on this baggage? I was a coach for years, and it's like, am I going to bring this kid who might bring this drama into this team, no matter how good he is he going to mess up my team? Is he going to bring that image and maybe disrupt my players? I don't know if I want it. It's not just about talent. It's about perception. Listen to Archie Manning. Listen to what Archie Manning has to say versus Dion. That's a father-son. You have a father teaching his son one thing versus the other. Let's just listen to him.
College football game.
It was kind of a big deal to be on TV. A lot of it was regional games. But when the schedule came out, we would play Alabama. It was just a 10-game schedule in those days. Third game of the year, we're going to play Alabama over in Birmingham and Legion Field on national TV in a night game. And there'd never been a night game on national TV. So that was kind of a big deal, and a lot of anticipation went into that game.
You know, you had Bear Bryant coaching Alabama. You had Johnny Vaught coaching Ole Miss.
He didn't care about who he played for. He was just like, we get to play at a night game. I'm playing for this team. And he just took it as an opportunity. So when you enter a room, whether it's a boardroom or it's a locker room or you walk into a library, people don't just evaluate your skills. They evaluate your discipline, your energy, your emotional intelligence. Whether you carry yourself like Coach Prime or Peyton Manning, the lesson is clear. Control the narrative, master your emotions, and build your brand with a purpose. Look how much the sons imitate the father. It's 2025. Social media has a huge impact. Shador gave off an image that turned people away. It's that simple. So the world watches how you walk before they listen to what you say or how good you are. So, thank you for listening to Mind, Money, Motivation. And it means that we train our mind to manage our money. and we motivate ourselves to move forward with a purpose. And obviously, Shador's mind was not trained from that perspective as an NFL quarterback. His mind is trained on money, that's for sure. But maybe it's time for him to grow up. Maybe it's time for the camera, the Sanders podcast, to go away. He cannot still have that podcast following him everywhere. Same thing for Travis Hunter. They're in the NFL now. They're not college kids. So confidence without preparation, I'm going to say it again, confidence without preparation is arrogance. But when you've done the work, humility is silence. Or isn't silence. I'm sorry. I'm going to say that again. Confidence without preparation is arrogance. But when you've done the work, humility isn't silence. It's presence. So thank you for listening. Please follow, share, and tap into the next one. So everybody, thank you for being real.